On Tisha B'Av, it is asur to learn regular Torah unless it is about the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash, because we are in mourning and Torah learning makes us happy. So we have to learn about the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash to get us into the mode of Tisha B'Av. So we're going to do a few series of the Gemarat in Gittin that we're allowed to learn. Daf Nun He Amud Bet, 4 lines from the top. Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Yochanan says, "My dichtiv, what does the pasuk mean? Ashrei adam mefachet tamid u'maksheh bo yipol v'ra'ah. Fortunate is the man who always scared of what he's going to do, and if he hardens his heart, he'll come to harm." What does it mean? A person who doesn't understand what his actions are going to do, he's not scared to act, it'll cause severe consequences. So let's talk about it. A kamsa ubar kamsa haruv Yerushalayim. Because of what happened with kamsa and bar kamsa, it's mahloka whether or not they were random people or maybe father and son. Yerushalayim was destroyed. Rooster and a hen. Har HaMelech was destroyed. Ashaka derispa haruf betar. Because of a piece of a carriage, betar was destroyed. Let's do the first story. Akamsa bar kamsa haruf Yerushalayim. Because of kamsa bar kamsa, Yerushalayim was destroyed. Ahograd was a man. Derachmek kamsa barad devaver bar kamsa. Man had a friend kamsa and he had an enemy bar kamsa. Avad Saudata, he made a party. Amar he told his assistant, Zil Aitili bekamsa, go and bring me kamsa, my friend, to join me at the party. Azar, of course, Akile bar kamsa. He went and he brought the enemy bar kamsa. Azar Ashhed Hadiatif. So when the host is walking around, he sees bar kamsa sitting there. He says to him, you're my enemy. My bari tahacha, what are you doing here? Kum puk, go and get out. He says, listen, now that I'm here, let me stay. I'll pay you whatever I eat and drink, but don't embarrass me by throwing me out. The guy said to him, no, look. So Bar comes to pleads. I'll pay half the party, just don't throw me out. Look. He said, no. Bar comes and says, okay, I'll pay for the whole party, just don't throw me out. Look. He said, no. He grabbed Bar Kamsa and threw him out physically. Marba comes to say to himself, since Hachamim were sitting at the party, they didn't stop him from treating me like this. Obviously, they don't mind what happens, acceptable what he did. It's because they accepted it. I'll go and talk bad about them to the Caesar in the royal palace. Even though this Lashon Hara can destroy Yerushalayim, including himself, he didn't care. That's what anger does to someone. It's destructive and self-destructive. Azal Amar Kesari told Caesar, Mardura Bach Yehudi, the Jews are rebelling against you. Amar says, okay, who says, oh, prove it. Caesar said. Amar Lebar comes, said, Shadu like Korban, go send the Korban, an animal as a Korban. Let's see if they offer it, because Goyim are able to. Caesar sent a nice, beautiful calf with Bar Kamsa. As they were traveling, Bar Kamsa cut the lip. Said that he heard something in the eye. For us in the Beit HaMikdash, that's considered a mum. But for the Goyim or outside Beit HaMikdash, that's not considered a mum. So the Hachamim said, even though it has a mum, maybe we should bring it mishum shlamahut, so that we don't cause problems with the Roman government. Like shalom. You can't say that. You can't bring an animal with a mum on this Mizbeach. People are going to think that you're allowed to. So the miklis. So Hachamim said, let's kill Bar Kamsa. We'll avoid the whole problem. He won't tell Caesar that we're not going to bring his korban. Said, people are going to think that if you bring a mum as a korban, you kill them. We can't kill them. Now, because he didn't stop it, remember Yochanan says, the tolerance or the humility of Yizar Chaya by not killing Bar Kamsa, destroyed Beit HaMikdash, destroyed our Heichal, we got exiled because of it. Because he felt humble not to kill Bar Kamsa, it caused our destruction. Anyhow, once they didn't bring the Korban, he sent General Neron, to attack Yerushalayim. When he arrived to Yerushalayim, he shot an arrow towards the east, it landed in Yerushalayim. He shot an arrow to the west, it landed in Yerushalayim. Every arrow he shot in all directions always landed in Yerushalayim to show that Hashem wanted to destroy it. Amar Leinu so a young boy said, Pesokli Pisukecha, tell me you're pasukli learning and put in the Gemara in your Chumash right now in school. Amar, the boy said to him, V'natati et nukati be'edom biyad ami Yisrael. Whoever attacks Bnei Yisrael, Hashem said, I'll take my revenge. Hashem will punish them for what they're going to do. Amar, he said to himself, Hashem wants to destroy Bet HaMikdash. He wants to wipe his hands on me, meaning, yes, he wants me to destroy it, but he's going to attack me afterward. He wants me to do his dirty work. He went and converted. And Meir came out from him. In the meantime, once Nero fell, the Caesar sent General Vespasian, Aspanos. He ended up becoming Caesar. We'll see soon. He said, you know what? Instead of attacking Yerushalayim, he put a siege around them for 3 years. There were 3 wealthy men in Yerushalayim: Nachdimon ben Gurion, Uben Kalba Sabua, Uben Tzitzita Keset. These 3 people. How wealthy? Why were they called these names? He one time had the sun stop for on his behalf. There's a story about him having to pay back a massive amount of water to a goy during a drought, and time came to pay back. The sun was going down by deadline. He ended up praying to Hashem. It rained, and the sun stopped in the sky for him that it wasn't nighttime yet, so it didn't. It wasn't too late. Ben Kabasavua, what was Ben Kabasavua called? Whoever entered his house, whoever is hungry as a dog. Every starving person entered his house. Ended up leaving satisfied. Ben Tzitzit Keset, he was called that because he was so wealthy that whenever he walked, his feet were put on cushions in front of him to walk. Different version. He had his cushion, he had a seat among the Roman noblemen as because he had an audience with the emperor. So these 3 men told Hachamim. One of them said, I had warehouses of wheat and barley. One rich man said, I'll supply everybody with wine, salt, and oil. One rabbi said, one of the rich men told the rabbis, I'll supply with wood. The Hachamim praised the one who promised the wood because his was the most generous, because you need wood for everything else. Because when we see Rav Hizda used to give all the keys for his warehouses to his shamosh, bar mitzvah except for wood. The Amar Rav Hizda said, if you need to bake a storage house of wheat, you need 60 storage houses of wood. Wood is needed in greater increments than the others. However, and therefore, they had these 3 warehouses of stuff. They had enough supplies to last 21 years in Yerushalayim. But however, of course, there were these Biryoni people who were like these thugs. Hamim told them, let's go make peace with the Romans. The Biryoni, the thugs, didn't let them. They told the rabbis, let's go attack the Romans. Let's wage war. Rabbanan said, Hashem is not going to allow us to be successful. Don't attack. Let's just stay here and sit tight. We have 21 years of supplies. Sure enough, the thug said, oh yeah, you want to sit tight? They burnt all the warehouses, and now there's a famine. The famine is so bad, we're going to talk about it. Marta was one of the wealthiest women in Yerushalayim. She sent out her shliach to get food. Sent out her servant. Go bring me a bread of beautiful flour. By the time he went, it was sold out. He told her, I don't have fine flour bread, there's white bread. She told him, go buy that at least. When the time went, it sold. He told her, there's no more white bread, but there is coarse bread. She told him, hey, buy it. Went back, it was sold out. I told her, there's no more coarse bread, but there is barley flour. She said to him, go buy it for me. As the Azal went, by the time he went back, it was sold. I don't know why he didn't just buy everything when he had a chance. Even though she wasn't wearing shoes, she said, let me go out and find, because my servant's useless. Let me go find out food myself. She some animal feces on the floor touched her foot, and she became so distraught by it, because she was such a pampered, delicate woman because of her wealth, that she died because of it. He said the Pasuk talked about her. The delicate and pampered woman of Bnei Israel never put their feet on the ground will die. Ikdam different version Mushi Satan, Georet Rabbi Tzedok Achla, she ate the dry figs of Rabbi Tzedok, we'll see that insoon, the Iniseu Meta, and she became nauseous and died. Rabbi Tzedok Kativa Abin Shin Betit, Rabbi Tzedok fasted for 40 years, the Lord Harid Yushlaim, so that the Yushlaim will not be destroyed. He have a Achil Midi, he would, whenever he would have to eat something, have a Mithazim Ebara'ai. You could see the food from the outside going down his throat, like a snake. When after he was able to start eating regular foods, they started bringing him dried figs. He would suck out the moisture and throw out the pits. As Martha was dying from being nauseous from what happened, she threw out all her gold and silver. She threw into the marketplace. She said, what do I need this for? It's useless. I can't do anything with all this wealth. Behind the that's what the pasuk says. They'll throw the silver into the streets. Anyhow, Abba Sikra, the head of these Bayoni thugs of Yerushalayim, was the nephew of Rabbi Yochanan Zakkai. Shalach Rabbi Yochanan Zakkai called him. Come to me in secret. Atar Abba Sikra came. Amar he said to him, Ad emat abtinu hachi, how long are you going to act this way? Stop torturing Bnei Israel. Everybody's going to die of starvation. Amar he said back to his uncle, what can I do? If I tell him to the Bayoni leadership, they're going to kill me if I oppose them. Amar he said to him, find me a way to get out of the city, smuggle me out. Maybe I could find something to do. Amar Abba Sikra said to him, you want to get out? Make believe you're sick. Tell everybody that you're sick. Let people visit you as if you're dying. Put something that smells bad next to you. People will say that you died and that you're decomposing. Your students carry you only. Don't let anybody else carry you. Because then they'll realize you're light. Because people know that a living person feels lighter than a dead person. Avihachi did that. The other Rabbi Yeshua took the body in the box. When they reached the gate to leave Yerushalayim, the Bayerneth thugs who were guarding it wanted to make sure he was dead. So they said, let's stab him. Amalek said, oh, you're going to say that Romans are going to think that the Jews stabbed their dead rabbi. You know, let's shove him to see if he yells, see if he's dead. He said, oh, is that you're going to start pushing your rabbi? That's not there. It's a big Hilul Hashem. So they said, you know what? Okay, fine. Let him out. Let the body out. So when they reached the Roman camp, he popped up and he told Vespasian, the general, he called him Shalom Alecha, the king. He said to him, you should be chayab mita for two different reasons. First of all, love malka ana. First of all, I'm not a king. You called me king. But two, additionally, if I am the king, how come you didn't come visit me till now? He said to him, the fact that you said you're not a king, I'll tell you, it must be that you're going to be king. Because if you're not going to be king, Yerushalayim couldn't be given to you. The Pasuk says, Lebanon will fall to someone who's mighty. Nadir means, the mighty means a king. The Pasuk says, when Lebanon is referring to Bet HaMikdash, so we see the Bet HaMikdash will be given over and destroyed by the king. Now, the other question you asked, how come I didn't visit until now? We have these thugs that don't let us leave. He said to him, okay, if you have a keg of honey, you have a snake there. Break the keg of honey, so the snake goes away. So too, you should have destroyed your walls of your city so you can escape from these thugs. Ishtik, Rabbi Yochanan Zakkai didn't answer. He didn't know what to answer. In that regard, Yosef said, there's a pasuk about it. Hashem makes Hachamim forget what to say so that they don't know what to say in this regard. Hashem did it on purpose. Because what could he have said? Rabbi Yochanan couldn't answer the dispute. I would like to remove the snake and kill the snake, and also leave the keg intact. He should have told them that I was waiting for an opportunity to peacefully get rid of the thugs without destroying the city. Okay. In the meantime, A delegation came from Rome to Vespasian. He said to Vespasian, "Kum dmit le Caesar Get up, Caesar died, and now you are the next Caesar." Just like Rabbi Yochanan said that he's become king. Anytime he's wearing one shoe, he's trying to put another shoe, but it wouldn't go on. And then he couldn't take off the first one. Amar, he told Rabbi Yochanan, what's going on with my feet and my shoes? He told him, don't worry. You just got good news. And that makes your body swell. The Pasuk says, it fattens the bones. What do you want to do? Pass someone who you don't like in front of you, letting your enemy pass by, and that will cause the swelling to go down. Pasuk says, got him. The species did this and the shoe went on. Amalei told him, if you're so smart, how come you didn't come visit me earlier? He said, I already told you why I couldn't come. The species told him back, I already told you what you should have done to get here. Attack the break out of the city. The species said, anytime I'm going to go back to Rome to be Caesar, and I'll send another general to take my place. Request something from me, and I'll grant it. Said to him, spare the town of Yavne and the Hachamim there. The family of Rabban Gamliel who came from the Melech, lead them as well. And give me doctors to cure Rabbi Tzadok. Interesting. Again, they told Rabbi Yochanan that Hashem made him foolish. Why? He should have requested take your army and go with you. Why did you request such small things? You should have requested that he should leave Jerusalem alone. Where it says that the Husav Rabbi Yochanan Zakkai said no. If I request something too big, he won't do anything. Not the big, not the small. Like parent asks the kid, "What do you want?" $1 million. All right, you're not getting anything. So too, Rabbi Yochanan Zakkai said, "Let me ask for something small that I'll get it granted, versus asking too much and you get nothing." Back to the Gemara. The doctors had the cure of Tzadok. What was the treatment? The first day they gave him water soaked with bran. The next day they gave him water with bran and flour. The next day they gave him flour and water. They kept increasing the thickness to let him being able to process more. Until his intestines got bigger. Vespasian went back to Rome and he sent Titus Harasha to Jerusalem. Va'amar. This pasuk that talks about Titus, people are going to ask, where is God? Titus Harasha is referring to what happened to Titus. He cursed and was disgusting toward Hashem. What did he do? He took a zona with him. He took her to the Kodesh Kodashim in the Bet HaMikdash. He laid out a Sefer Torah scroll on the floor like a mat. He did an Avirah. He was with the Zonah on top of the Sefer Torah in the Kodesh HaKodashim. Shlem Yishmor. He took a sword and he slashed the parochet of the Bet HaMikdash. A miracle happened. Blood came out of the parochet. And Titus thought, the Gemara is paraphrasing, but Titus thought he was able to kill Hashem. Shenamar Pasuk says, enemies of Hashem roared and they established their signs. Titus thought that he's able to kill God. Amar Abahanan says, Hashem. Who is like you, Hashem? The strong one. Who's like you, so strong and firm? You hear the insults and disgusting things that Titus is doing, and you didn't respond. Rabbi Ishmael says, who's like you, Hashem? Hashem. Who's like you that are able to stay silent, mute? What do you do next? He took he took made like a pouch out of it. He took all the utensils of the Mikdash and put it inside this pouch. He took it on his ship and he sent it to his city. That's what we see now in the Arch of Titus in Rome. You see the stuff being brought in. Shenamar Pasuk says, what does it mean? Kiburim buried. Ella means kibutzim. He gathered the stuff. Don't say that was vishtaha was forgotten. Ella vishtabbehu. He took the guy. He gathered the stuff so that he'll be praised. you get a different version. Even the hidden stuff. Titus found all the hidden stuff that Bnei Israel hid and was able to take it. In the meantime, a hurricane threatened to drown Titus. Amar, he said, Titus said, "Oh, listen, Hashem's trying to attack me with water. It's not original. Hashem always attacks people with water. When Paro came with the Jews, Hashem drowned him. When Sisra came, Hashem drowned him. So he's going to drown me too. He said, if Hashem is powerful, let him fight me on earth. Hashem sent out a message. Rasha ben Rashash ben Beno shel Esav harasha. You the evil man, son of an evil man, descendant of the evil Esav. Biriya kala yesh li barami. I have a tiny little creature in my world. Biyatu sheman. It's a little gnat, a little bug. Am I called the birakla? Why is it called tiny? Itla upavakna letla. It has an entrance where it eats food, but it doesn't have an exit that it excretes anything. Go and land and attack this bug. He went there. The bug went inside his nose. And it picked at his brain for 7 years. One day, he was passing by the smith house where they were banging things. The bug heard the hammer banging, and it stopped picking his nose, his brain. He's like, oh, look, I found the way to heal myself. Every day he brought another smith to bang hammers in front of Titus. To a goy he gave 4 Jews to do it. But for a Jew he said, it's enough for you to witness me suffering, your enemy suffering. I don't have to pay money. For 30 days, and the gnat stopped picking his brain. But after that, after 30 days, the bug got used to the hammering and he started picking his brain again. Tanya, Berta says, I was by the nobles of Rome. When Titus died, they opened his head. They found the bug was so big, it was like a bird the size of 2 slaim, like almost a full ounce. Right, it says it was the size of a 1-year-old pigeon weighing 2 litras. It's like 2 pounds. We have a tradition. The mouth was made of copper and it had nails of iron. Very interesting. When Titus was dying, he told his people around him, burn his ashes when he dies. Scatters ashes over the 7 seas. So the God of the Jews won't find him and judge him. As if that's going to work. And then what happened? Unclus was the nephew of Titus. He wasn't sure if he wanted to convert to be a Jew. Obviously, we know he didn't. He went and he talked to the spirit of Titus through black magic. He asked him, who's Hashuv in the next world? Israel, to the Jews. So Uncle said, should I convert? They said, there's too many halachot, don't do it. Go attack them. Go attack them in your world. And become a king. Whoever attacks the Jews will become powerful. Uncles asked him, what's your punishment? To answer him, he said, I'm punished with my own punishment that I did to myself. Every day they gather my ashes and they judge me. They burn it and they spread his ashes over the 7 seas. Next, Unclus went and he spoke to Bilam through black magic. He said to him, Man Hashib, who's powerful in the next world? He said that he answered them back, Israel, the Jews. So he said, okay, should I join them? Bilam told him, don't seek their peace or benefit at all. He said, what's your punishment, Bilam? Bilam answered him, I'm punished in boiling semen in Zera. Because Bilam was the one who gave the idea that Bnei Israel should sin with the Benot Moav, with the daughters of Moav, and therefore he's punished with that same concept of Zera. Azal Aske Benigdad, the Pusha Israel Unclus, went and he spoke to the sinner of Bnei Israel, referring to a single person, one of the most infamous sinners in the world. He asked Unclus, Israel. He said, who's Hashuv in the next world? And he answered him, Israel. He asked this person, should I convert to be a Jew? do good with them, seek their benefit, don't harm them. Whoever tries to hurt them, hurt is as if you're poking at your own eye. Amarle asked him, what's your punishment? Amarle said, I'm punished in boiling feces. Whoever mocks Hachamim, is punished with boiling feces. Let's point out, Tahazi, look what the difference between the sinners of Bnei Israel and the sinners of the Goyim advised. Even a bad Jew, this last person, advised Balaam to join, while the Goyim sinners told Balaam, don't join. Tanya Berta says, come see how powerful the power of shame is that Bar Kamsa had. Bar Kamsa was so embarrassed. Hashem helped him win, and because of that, he destroyed his own Bet HaMikdash and Hechal, just because of Bar Kamsa's embarrassment. We have to be so careful with embarrassment. Until here's part 1, we'll continue part 2.